Over the weekend, San Diego Mayor Bob Filner told the Veterans Village not to pull down its cold weather shelter, that he would find money to help keep the facility open until June. Mayor Filner, where will the city find the money and how much is available?
You know, I have been concerned about veterans homeless for a long time. I mean, I was chairman of the Veterans Committee in the Congress. I wrote the legislation that said nationally we should have no veterans on the street. I was talking to many of those homeless over the weekend, saw people on breathing machines who would be literally left out overnight without access to medicine and the ability to to plug in their machines, and on and on. So I said, we have got to find the money to keep it going until the end of the fiscal year at least. And so I will be asking the City Council this week to take about $250,000, which we have as a part of a little surplus that we had for this year's budget, and apply it toward this humanitarian need that we have toward those who have really defended us in time of war. Let's not put them out in the street again. And
you're also have extra money for the regular homeless shelter as well.
We have put in money previously to try to keep those shelters open. Look, we have 9,000 or 10,000 homeless on the street in San Diego. We don't have anywhere near the kind of beds to house those people. We need to do better. I'm going to do better. We're going to be the first city, I hope, to get all veterans homeless off the street in the United States. I think that's the least we can do in this military town.
In other news, the Fair Political Practices Commission says it's going to investigate how the UT San Diego charged for political ads last year. KPBS iNews source report found that the paper charged higher rates for Democrats than for Republicans. What's your take on that issue?
You know, we're not surprised by it. You know, when we looked at the way these ads cost and how much people were spending, it didn't add up. But this is really vital for our democracy. We have campaign laws. I don't think they're tight enough, or strong enough. But they have to be. There has to be early and full disclosure. There has to be tough enforcement and tough penalties. And I hope the Union Tribune experiences a real tough fine for this, because it really threatens our democracy when we have these illegal actions. What if they had actually worked? That is, if the ads that were illegally charged for led to my defeat. I mean, you have no recourse after that. So we have to send a message that this kind of illegal activity will not be tolerated, and people will face a heavy fine, because it really threatens the basis of who we are in a democracy.
Okay. Looking at some of the other issues, you're about to release your 2014 budget. It's your first budget as mayor. Is the city still dealing with a multi-billion-dollar deficit?
Well, it turns out in this first year we had a deficit that was willed to us of about $40 million. Our future in the third, fourth, and fifth years has much brighter outlooks, and revenues we project going up, so we'll have surpluses projected. But I have to get over that this first hump. And so we're going to use a combination of, well, increased revenues and, well, I'll tell you, one-time revenue that we have in our budget to make sure it's balanced. We'll have a balanced budget. But we can do a better job if the council gives us the authority to negotiate a 5-year budget deal with our labor unions. That is, a 5-year deal gives us greater flexibility, gives labor peace, it saves money. But it does one more important thing. It gives us, in the first year, $25 million, almost free money because of a calculation of our pension payments, and $25 million in the second year. So I could balance the budget without without the recourse of going into reserve funds if I can get a 5-year budget deal. And, Eric, it fulfills the promise of Proposition B, where we said we'd have $1 billion savings because of a 5-year pensionable pay freeze. Because of that, Prop B is in legal limbo. It'll not be resolved for years. But we can fulfill the promise with a $1 billion savings. So the council has not been very enthusiastic about a 5-year deal. I hope when they see the budget savings and the promises that we can deliver on to the voters that they'll approve eventually a 5-year deal with our employees.
Okay, just really quickly now, Donna Fry is going to be leaving your administration. Does that change your commitment to open government?
No, I was really excited that Donna was part of our early administration. She established new web pages, for example, that fulfilled our commitment to open government. But that's a continuing process. Donna was the best for it. She's going to be in charge of a statewide organization dedicated to open government. I hope that I know that we will continue her efforts. We will have other people, but my commitment to open government was inspired by Donna Fry, but we will continue it.
San Diego Mayor Bob Filner, thanks very much for joining us.